Are you stumped on getting the perfect gift for your gardener? On this episode of Garden Time, we visit Portland Nursery to get a few suggestions for gifts that are useful and also meaningful for the local economy. We also hear about a very special gift for the traveler or would-be traveler. Garden Time is brought to you by Capital Subaru in Salem, Oregon.
Capital Subaru knows the details matter to you, and that's why you chose a Subaru for their top safety ratings and well-earned reputation. Capital Subaru has the Valley's largest inventory of new and used vehicles, but we're so much more than just a great dealership. Check out some of our amazing relaxation spaces, like our Happy Heart Coffee Cart, the Outback Dog Park, or our fantastic Happy Paws Pet Store. It's all here at Capital Subaru, your place to expect the unexpected. Your way, every day, on the Parkway.
Welcome to the Garden Time Podcast. We're based in the Pacific Northwest of the United States in a Zone 8 region. This zone deals with plants that can survive in 10 degrees Fahrenheit or warmer. I'm producer Jeff Gustin with your hosts Judy Alaruzzo and Ryan Seeley.
Welcome to Garden Time. Well, it is the holiday season, and what's better than to understand about holiday ideas of gifts? We're with Jimmy from Portland Nursery on Division, and Jimmy, you've picked some really wonderful things, and I love your idea that local is one of your themes about some of the ideas that you've given us. So let's start about some of the local companies that you are bringing into your stores.
Sure, yeah, I've really tried to focus as much as I can on local because there's a lot of talent here in the Northwest. My favorite, everybody loves a tool for Christmas. Any gardener will love a tool. They may not want to spend the money themselves, but I think if you were to gift a tool, why not gift some local? We've got Red Pig tools made here locally, hand-forged, wonderful trowels, heavy duty. They've got...
They are really nice because they are really... if you have to wrench on something, I think that is the tool company to get because they are really well made.
If you can break this, then you probably should get one for free, to be honest.
For sure.
They are amazingly hand forged. Then there's always the good old-fashioned hori-hori knife, which we've all...
our favorite.
It's on every gardener's list as a hori-hori. You've got your standard carbon steel one that everybody's been using for years. We've got the upgraded stainless steel one, which is really kind of nice as well.
And what's nice about those is it's a long blade. It's probably about 8 or 9 inch blade. It's wide, and one side is serrated.
Exactly.
And a nice point on it, nice and sharp. And then they also come with a cover, which is great.
Which is very safe because you don't want to be putting that in your pocket because that serration may actually cause some damage. And if you have a Crocodile Dundee fan on your list, we do have the newest one from the local company called Bridgetown. It is a heavy-duty wood handle, serrated edge with a sharp edge as well, hori-hori knife. It is absolutely...
Yeah, that one looks like you're not going to break that one.
No, not at all.
Not even.
And you know, it's nice for digging, for planting. It's nice for cutting roots. It's nice for even putting seeds in. I mean, as delicate as seeds are, you could really like one tool in your toolbox to get out in the garden.
Mixed container gardens when I need to cut out around one thing to pull it out and put something else in. You know, just having it small serrated like a knife.
We've had one at our house for probably 20 years.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's still
they're indestructible.
Yeah, totally indestructible. So moving over next, as far as staying with the local, there's a local wildflower. Everybody loves planting native flowers, native seeds, and it's hard to find, but there's a local company called Willamette Wildings. And they're raising the seeds here locally, they're harvesting them locally. It's a family-run operation. They've got everything from wildflower mixes called sun-kissed meadow wildflower mix. I mean, how could you, it's not like a sun-kissed meadow mix. You got belated, be lovely wildflower mix. There's a hedge mix. So they've got a wonderful selection. We carry their whole line here. Really love supporting them as well, too.
And it's nice to have, you know, a local seed source because, you know, especially when you're buying a wildflower mix, sometimes some of the plants that are included in that mix might not necessarily adapt nicely to our area or be more invasive.
Their version of native may not be what really is native. So so it is supporting the local seed companies. I think is a wonderful way to go.
And they're great family projects. I love when families always say that they're going to go out and plant seeds, which is a lot of fun.
What kid wouldn't love to go push some seeds into the ground?
Definitely.
I mean, come on.
Use your hori-hori knife and come out and plant your seeds in there.
Exactly. So I'm going to switch over here. Next we've got is some local tea company called Smith Teas. They've been around forever.
Yeah.
They are wonderful. They've got a great selection of different teas. So we started carrying them a few years ago because wintertime, you're inside the house, you're kind of cozy. Why not have some tea or local coffee if coffee is your bend? And I've got a local blind coffee roasters here. He's a wonderful one-man operation.
Wow.
Built it from the ground up. He's doing wonderful. His beans are superb.
Wonderful. And then some fun things. I think that calendars, I think we all need still a paper calendar. I know we have it on our phone, but I love that you can like personalize them to their personality of your family.
On them and everything.
Just the photos on there, and I like to track. Okay, I need to water my houseplants, or fertilize this, or do all those chores.
Right. So there's these wonderful calendars we've been bringing in, whether it's about trees. I've got nuns having fun, which why wouldn't you want to like have some fun with some nuns?
And that makes you laugh.
It does. They got Death Taking a Holiday. So we've got some wonderful, great selection of calendars and organizers and notebooks and stuff like that.
And then for the kids, you got some projects for them too, which is, they're indoors, maybe it's kind of cold and rainy, maybe even snowy, so there's projects for them to do.
Yeah, so I mean, why not paint a birdhouse? Or this one here is one of my favorites. It's a maze that you put together, you fill the bottom with soil and water and some seeds, and you grow the plants up through the maze.
Oh, how fun.
Excellent. So the kids can be watching it develop over time. They build it once, but the gift keeps on giving.
Yeah, that is fun.
Which is fun to have the gifts for the kid gardeners that kind of get them into gardening and something that they can actually see and do. It's one thing to go plant a bulb and then you forget about it, and 4 months later you go, there it is. But this you can actually see it grow.
And there are very few kids who don't want to get dirty.
Right.
I mean, it's just part of what they like
and
to do.
others that really do.
Exactly.
And so cool, mushroom kits. Now that's cool because you could do that indoors all winter.
Absolutely. And I finally found, we've been having a hard time finding mushroom kits for a while. I finally came across this one, tried them out, and they got 4 flavors. They got the lion's mane, the blue oyster, there's a yellow oyster and a pink oyster.
Oh, wow.
And they work really quickly. I gave one to a coworker, and she grew it, and said within about 2 weeks she had a complete bloom of mushrooms.
Whoa,
so North
nice.
Spore Mushroom Company, fantastic. Easy to grow.
And I see a lot of kind of handicrafts. So where are those from?
So moving more towards I also believe in a lot of the nonprofits and fair trade companies. So we've got a women's collective out of Africa, Amsha. It's fair trade basketry. The varying colors and spirals, greens, and you've got the pinks and the blues and the mixtures. It's a wonderful, wonderful company to support.
And you can even put your house plants, a gift of house plants, in a pretty basket.
And it covers them up just instantaneously. You don't need to repot them at all. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, that is
nice. A lot of the house plants are grown here locally from local suppliers.
Absolutely,
too,
absolutely. So you're really just continuing the whole cycle of supporting locally, which when it comes to the plants needing flowers, and a way to pollinate them is with mason bees. So one thing we really enjoy promoting is mason bee life. And there's a local company out of Washington called Crown Bees. And Dave Hunter, who is the owner, creator, he is a bee whisperer. He knows everything about mason bees, and he has taught all of us the beauty and the glory and the wonders of mason bee. So you can get his houses, complete kits. You can create your own kit. We will sell the bees in the springtime when the weather warms up enough, but you can get your supplies now and have everything ready to go, and then talk to us. We've got all the information on how to raise mason bees, which are fantastic, heavy pollinators. They won't sting you. And it's just, I've got one at home now. I've got tons and tons of bees I produce every year. So
because you hear a lot about the honeybees and things like that, and the decline of that, but the mason bees they're a workhorse.
Yeah,
they pollinate way more. They work really hard. Very short window, spring and into the very early summer, and then they're done. So you want to get them placed and ready to go. Very cool. This is a great time to start talking about mason bees for the springtime.
You don't want to forget about it. And then these beautiful kind of lanterns.
Yeah, so this company called Ianji, it's all, again, another fair trade company. I really like working with fair trade companies, as you can tell. These are made out of real leaves. How they manage to coat them and make them solid, I mean, they're outdoor use as well.
Oh, really?
They're just fantastic colors, super durable.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah,
it is.
Very beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Very nice. Well, we're going to walk over because you have more even on the other side of this area. So we're going to just take a quick walk over there.
We're not done yet.
No, not at all. So you have so much, but you still have more to talk about. So what do we have behind us?
A couple more things to talk about. So again, going with the nonprofits and the fair trades, there's this group out of Nepal that makes these felt animals that, I mean, come on. I mean, look at the cat, look at the penguins.
They're on
I mean,
sleds.
sleds.
It's so
they're
fun.
they're so fun. They've got mushrooms inside little bottles.
Penguins and
it's
bunnies.
just, they're fun.
They are
I mean, how
fun.
could you not like that? Other ornaments we have are right over here. These ones over here made locally up here in Washington out of Old World, company called Old World Christmas, and they got the whole Yukon Cornelius. I mean, you know, yeah.
And these are more the traditional kind of those
These
glass.
are the traditional, yeah, exactly.
But cute
But,
twists,
I mean,
modern twists on them.
Yukon Cornelius.
Right, that is so cute.
So, and then finally, one of my favorite things, we got some more of the baskets. My favorite thing though, about 4 years ago, I started bringing in puzzles on a whim. I felt like I wanted puzzles. People I knew wanted puzzles. So I'm like, let's try out some puzzles. Immediate hit, and then pandemic came on, and everybody's staying home. What do? You do puzzles. And so puzzles grew exponentially over the next couple of years. Now the array of puzzles we've been bringing in, it's just one of the favorite, most fun categories we have. So we've got some, and there's local there too. So there's the Pomegranate Puzzle Company. They're based out of Portland. They're out by Airport Way. They've got a catalog of puzzles that's thousands of kinds of puzzles. It's hard to pick and choose what exactly that you want to have. Then there's the Portland Puzzle Company, one of the newer players in the business, and they've got things like Trillium Lake photos. They've got Japanese
local
gardens.
places. That's so nice.
They've got more Japanese maples here, so it's local stuff as well too. So it's not just Portland Puzzle; it's Portland Puzzle with a local twist as well.
And really, for all those different people on your list, you can kind of match it up because there's like kids motifs and there's nature and there's just maybe just beautiful scenes. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, I've got kid puzzles that are 100 piece all the way up to 2,000 piece puzzles for adults. So we've got everything that you would ever want for puzzles.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's fun.
Right, and keeping in, all the themes out here, it's like you said, it's all local. It's local artists, fair trade. It's really bringing something different into your store.
Absolutely.
And supporting the local economy.
Absolutely. Cool.
So we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, and when we come back, we got a few other little twists for Christmas ideas.
Capital Subaru knows the details matter to you, and that's why you chose a Subaru for their top safety ratings and well-earned reputation. Capital Subaru has the Valley's largest inventory of new and used vehicles, but we're so much more than just a great dealership. Check out some of our amazing relaxation spaces, like our Happy Heart Coffee Cart, the Outback Dog Park, or our fantastic Happy Paws Pet Store. It's all here at Capital Subaru, your place to expect the unexpected. Your way, every day, on the Parkway.
Hi, I'm Sarah with Portland Nursery, where our passion for plants has kept us rooted in this incredible community. A lot has changed since we first opened our doors, but through it all, we've remained family-owned and operated, dedicated to providing our neighbors the largest selection of the highest quality plants Portland has to offer. With hundreds of new plants arriving each week, you're guaranteed to find something exciting and unique. Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, at 50th and Stark, 90th and Division.
Well, now we know all the gifts to give all of our loved ones, our friends, our gardening friends. But what about that friend that's going to redo their lawn and they need a load of compost or a load of soil? What about Grimm's Fuel? That would be a great gift to give them.
The other gift you can also give is a gift of a membership. So like the Lansu Chinese Gardens, the Japanese Gardens, Leach Botanical Garden, the Oregon Garden, all these great organizations that have memberships. It's a great gift to give that gardener.
That is. And so we're with Shelley at Portland Nursery on Division, and she is the Community Outreach Director. And so you have a great gift idea for us.
I do. I think that at Portland Nursery, we have a charitable mission of supporting gardening education. We support a ton of organizations in the community, and what they can always use is a gift card themselves. So maybe if you're coming in to buy a gift card for your pal or your grandma, you can come in and buy one for instance, for Grow Portland, which is a wonderful organization here in Portland that goes out to schools and teaches gardening at all of our local public schools. Growing Gardens is another group that you could give to. They do work in schools. They also do work for low-income families, setting up home gardens so people can grow their own food. Or Zanger Farm, perhaps, which is an educational farm not far from us here in Portland, who do like outreach, cooking classes, farming, everything you could ask for. And they can always use a little gift card to help them get all the supplies that they need.
Yeah.
So that would be great.
Yeah, and if you don't know quite who to give to,
Yes.
you were saying this is your job. This is what
Oh
you
yeah,
do.
yes. I mean, if you go to portlandnursery.com, there's a list of a lot of the organizations that we support. These are groups that we are very invested in because they help, especially children, learn how to garden, which I think is important for all of us to know kind of the connection to the earth that we have. So if you question, you don't know who to go to, feel free to go to the community page on portlandnursery.com. We'll help you. We'll help you find groups to give to. Of course we will.
That's great.
Yep.
And finally, why not give yourself a gift of a tour of a trip? So coming up next September and October, the Garden Time crew is heading to Spain and Portugal for a 2-week trip visiting the amazing sites.
Yeah, we'll be going to Barcelona, Madrid, and Lisbon. And you know, it's wonderful. You meet so many nice people. You get to see the culture of these two countries, get to have the food and the experience and all the beautiful sights.
And the nice thing is, we've planned it all out for you. All the sites, your airfare is included, majority of your meals are included, all of your transfers, and the tours are all taken care of. So just sign up and show up.
And you know, we've had all of these wonderful things at Portland Nursery on Division, and they have beautiful things at their Stark Street store too. And don't forget to go to your favorite independent garden center. So go shopping and have a great time this holiday season.
Capital Subaru knows the details matter to you, and that's why you chose a Subaru for their top safety ratings and well-earned reputation. Capital Subaru has the Valley's largest inventory of new and used vehicles, but we're so much more than just a great dealership. Check out some of our amazing relaxation spaces, like our Happy Heart Coffee Cart, the Outback Dog Park, or our fantastic Happy Paws Pet Store. It's all here at Capital Subaru, your place to expect the unexpected. Your way, every day, on the Parkway.
For 75 years, Al's Garden and Home has been a favorite destination of local gardeners. Starting in a small roadside fruit stand off of 99E in Woodburn by Al Biggie, Al's has grown to 4 retail locations in the Portland metro area that also includes a huge growing operation near Hubbard. To ensure that you get the highest quality, Al's grows over 80% of the plants they sell. This 4th generation family-owned business is now one of the most recognized garden centers in the country. Stop by one of our 4 locations to learn why Al's is the first stop for Northwest gardeners.
Garden Time is on the road again. Join us as we tour Spain and Portugal in September and October of 2024. We start in vibrant Barcelona, where we'll see some of Gaudi's best work, including a tour of La Sagrada Familia Basilica. Then we head to Valencia for a couple of days of touring Roman and Arabian architecture, seeing various markets and a little paella thrown in to tempt your palate. Our next stop is the city of Granada, where we'll take a tour of the famous Alhambra and its wonderful gardens. Then it's on to a couple days in Seville, the cultural capital of Spain. We'll walk through the massive cathedral with Columbus's tomb and enjoy an evening of flamenco. The Moorish city of Cordoba and the Mesquita are next, with its wonderful mix of Spanish and Islamic influences. After this extraordinary stop, we jump on the AVE high-speed train and head to Madrid for a couple days. Our visit to Madrid will find us in the historic center of the city, with stops to see the Puerta del Sol and the Prado Museum. A side trip to historic Toledo, the medieval capital of Spain, is a stop on our way to Portugal. We finish our tour with 3 days in Lisbon, where we'll tour the palaces and gardens of royalty. Stops here include the Monument to the Discoveries and the Tower of Belém. We also have a day trip to the wonderful medieval town of Óbidos. If you'd love to spend more time here, there are extensions available before and after our tour. Local transportation, hotels, and 20 of your meals are included. Book now as these Garden Time tours fill up quickly. Go to Garden Time Tours on our website and click on the little airplane for more information. And we'll see you in Europe.